Today, we're talking to Mr. Walter Hunt, the Executive Director of the Metropolitan Action Commission. And of course, Mr. Hunt, this final segment, let's give you an opportunity to sort of wrap up the Metropolitan Action Commission today and to give us some of the new programs and some of the other programs that you've not had an opportunity to talk about. Let's do that, and I think we'll have a full show today.
Well, you know, one of the things that's often said about the Metropolitan Action Commission that it is probably one of the best kept secrets in Nashville. Although they say it's the best kept secret, we probably serve about 180,000 people a year right at that one location. But we do offer a lot of other programs. One of the programs I'm very, very fond of is the programs we have for our senior citizens. You see, I strongly believe that we have to take care of our young folks and our senior citizens. So, of course, I think a lot of people know about the fan program and the air conditioning programs that we use in the summertime to keep our senior citizens cool. But one of the most recent programs that we created was that of the maintenance of the senior citizens' homes. We looked at a study that said that senior citizens are more happier, they are more healthier, they live longer when they're able to stay in their own home and not have to be forced out in a nursing home. One of the reasons when we looked at it, a lot of the reasons that they were moving out, being put in homes because of they couldn't afford to pay for the maintenance on the home, i.e. roofs, plumbing, electrical, and that kind of thing. So we created a program where we can spend about $3,000 per house, whether it's a roof or electrical or plumbing, handicap accessories, or subflooring. So we started that program 2 years ago. Last year we did 60 some odd homes. This year we're on off to a good start. We're putting roofs on the people's houses. We providing that maintenance so that they are able to stay in their house and not have to move out.
Now, what about this training? There seems to be a training component to this that would be important too. Who's providing all of that work? I mean, is that work being done by independent contractors, or do you use the folks that you're working with in order to do that?
Right now, our caseworkers are the one that processes it, but the people who actually do the work are the small and minority business people, contractors that are already on the Metro's bidding list. And we're looking at Tennessee State's engineering department to do some work in that field too. We just started that process, and that was suggested by one of your good friends, Dr. Kevin Atchison, and said that we should look at TSU, other colleges have these engineering students that they could provide some of the work also. So we're in the process of doing that also.
And so you see a bright future for the Metropolitan Action Commission in terms of its service to the community. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. I think that in the direction that the commission is going, it can only get better. We got a tremendous staff there. We got a dedicated staff. They are not clock watchers. They really work. They try to solve people's problems. And I think that as long as I continue to have the staff that we have, that it's going to get better.
Now, what are some of the things that you would say over the last 2.5 minutes that we have here, Mr. Hunt? What are some of the things that if you had to deal with some of the needs that you found to be pressing in terms of what you're doing at the Metropolitan Action Commission, what would some of those things be?
Oh, it would definitely have to be education. You know, I think that the undereducated, underemployed is a drain on the system. Now, I'm not saying that it is anybody's fault, because, you know, college is not made for everybody, but you at least got to get that person up where they can support themselves and live a true quality of life that we believe that's everybody's right.
And so education would be one of the most pressing things that you feel that you could deal with, and if you had the resources necessary, you would reach out into that area.
Absolutely, because see, right now we don't have a mechanism or an agency where we could go out and say, come, we'll show you how to get jump start, we'll show you what the education system about, we will show you what you missed when you was in school, and it's going to be easier the second time around. that's the message that we give.
Well, I think, Mr. Hunt, during this last minute that we have here, I can only say that we've had many opportunities to talk to people from the commission, and we've talked to you on many occasions. And I think in terms of the way the politics is going today, that your program is a very, very viable program, and the needs that we have in the state of Tennessee for education itself, I think, have already been demonstrated. And it seems that you've got almost a private kind of program in a real sense in terms of your resources and where. Well, speaking of resources, over the last half minute here, what are some of the support mechanisms that you would think that you would need in terms of resources?
In terms of resources, I think that if I had additional space, additional literacy teachers to deal with the 30,000 literacy cases that we have throughout the city, I think that would be just magnificent.
And all of that would be additional resources for you, and you could do many, many more things.
Absolutely.
Okay, and of course, let me thank you for coming by and giving us that excellent information about the Metropolitan Action Commission. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.